What's up, y'all? Big Kirk 916. And you know, I like to stay dropping jewels on you guys, staying positive, motivating you to do some more with your life. And today I wanted to talk about everybody is not street. You know, some people, they want to be street, they think they're street, but they're really not cut out for the street game. Street is not something you can just declare by way of video, tattoos, uh, Instagram, and what have you. Street is something that's in you. You know, some people you just naturally have it, and it's not something that you have to announce. If you're really about that life, if you're really out there doing your thing, then people know about you without you having to even say anything. And the whole object of when you're in the streets is to get the hell out the streets. So when you're running around acting like you're this high powered street nigga or street thug or whatever the case may be, any and everybody you ever talked to that was in the streets had dreams of getting out the streets someday. Because you stay in the streets too long, you become a victim of the streets, whether it's through going to the pen, whether it's through getting shot, whether it's through you having to, do the opposite to somebody, shoot somebody or do something. It's a no-win situation because there's nothing in the streets that's going to benefit you long term. If anything, use it as a stepping stone to get the fuck on, to move on to bigger and better things. But a lot of people, they want to glorify it and act like it's something special to be hanging out, living life, just telling war stories and impressioning these youngsters with the wrong impression. The streets ain't where it's at, man. I've been there, I've seen it. You're supposed to do what you got to do in the streets, and like I said, use it as a stepping stone and move on. Because the dudes you think that it's your homies in the streets, once you start elevating yourself, you realize that you can't have all those dudes around you, or else you might catch one. Whether it's the homies trying to rob you or whatever the case may be, but it's not going to be good because people who tend to think like that long term, there's nothing good about them. So it's a darkness that lingers in that element. So as you grow and you step your game up, whatever game you learned in the streets, you take that and you apply it in the civilian world, and it allows you to be a better person long term, but at least you still have that street edge. But you don't want to stay in the streets, and everybody's not street. Some of these clowns that want to go back and act like they street, they only acting like that because they got a bunch of people around them that's exploiting them. But on the real, they ain't cut out for that life. The streets ain't for everybody, and it's nothing to brag about. If you had to go through the streets, then it's something you went through and you lived it on, but it ain't like something you would be advocating people to go and participate in. So to all those dudes who think they're street, you really ain't street. And to the homies who have made it out the streets, hey, shout out to you, man, because I know how hard it is to survive in that type of atmosphere and to make it through all the adversity and to actually come up out of that. So I always give props out to other brothers I see in the places I go to that have been through what I've been through, because I know how hard it is. But the streets ain't where it's at. Don't let them suckers out there fool you.